Welcome to my new video. I'm here to talk about how to prepare for each chapter update. I'm recording this on the day that Felix Richter and the Blight were released, and you'll notice here I have 1,150,000 blood points. Blood points are capped at 1 million. The Dead by Daylight Twitter account in the Discord, they've been releasing codes to get more blood points. So the first tip, make sure you're following the Dead by Daylight accounts on Twitter. Be sure you're in the Discord because sometimes they drop codes to give bonus blood points. You may have been in Twitch streams and you see streamers who have these daily rituals and they're all lit up green. The reason why they do that is because they're getting close to a new chapter update. So the more of these challenges you have ready to go, ready to claim, at any given time, they're getting ready for the next chapter so that they can spend a lot of blood points on the new characters. You can go into the archives, and this is where I bank a lot of my points. We'll go to level 2, the current tome, level 2, for example. You'll see here a lot of these are glowing gold. That's because I did not claim them yet. With some of them, you'll notice there's a path that leads into them from two different directions. I try to keep these ones unclaimed with the higher point total. So you'll see these two have 35,000 blood points. These two down here, 35,000 blood points down here, 25,000, 35,000, 25. Leaving these unclaimed allows you to keep more in your bank, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to level up Felix. I'm going to also show you how I spend my blood points, how to get my best value. When I spend the points, I'll be able to come back into this tome and then claim these points. But I'm going to spend some blood points on Felix. So let's do that now. Let me show you how this applies, how you can get ready for the next chapter update. And this will work for every chapter moving forward. So this will be a good guide to use anytime there's an update coming. And again, if you are wondering why streamers always have these unclaimed, it's usually because there's a chapter update coming. It could be two things. It's the chapter update coming, and they might be trying to trigger you, because we all know how much we love blood points and how we love to spend them. So this is Felix. I'm going to spend some blood points on Felix. I'm going to show you how to level from level 1 and how that technique applies to this particular strategy. So you'll notice about, what is it, like the first 10 levels or something like that, the entity doesn't show up to block at all. So get every single thing you see in the blood web to start. And again, the entity hasn't shown up yet, so the entity won't pop in and take any of our items or our perks. When the entity starts showing up, that's when a bit of strategy comes in to how you spend your blood points on these blood webs. Okay, so the entity has woken up. So at level 10, the entity wakes up, and you watch. We have a choice between two perks, Kindred and Aftercare. I think Kindred is a better perk, so I'm going to get Kindred first. So what I want to do is get Kindred and move on to the next blood web while spending the least amount of blood points. So to do that, I'm going to buy these two brown items. You can actually buy 4 items before the entity shows up to claim something. So I'll buy these two, and I'll tell you why. So I'm going to get Kindred, and then the entity is going to show up and claim Aftercare. Watch this. The reason I did it that way is because I don't want to buy Murky Reagent. It costs 6,000 blood points. That's both of these combined. Hopefully the entity takes Murky Reagent. There we go. So we only spent 6k on those 2 brown items versus Reagent, which costs 6k on its own. So here we are at level 11. We only have 1 perk, so we'll take that 1 perk. Entity doesn't show up there. Again, we're buying the lowest cost items first. You want to buy 4, and then the perk. And there we go. The purple item goes away. We didn't have to spend blood points on it. Okay, up the ante. Let's go get that. So we buy four items, and then we get the single perk that's on our screen. Look, the entity's there. So what we want to do is try to. I'm guessing the entity will take this one and maybe that. So we'll take the toolbox and spring clamp. There we go. So here we have inner strength and urban evasion. I think inner strength is the stronger perk. It's all about preference at this point, but I'm going to get inner strength first because we don't know and we'll see it next. And again, we can buy 4 items before the entity shows up. I try to avoid map offerings when I can. I just don't use them. So we'll buy these 4 brown items, and then we'll get inner strength, and urban evasion will get claimed by the entity. I'm going to buy the Blossom, because it gives us bonus blood points when we use it. Here we can get the toolbox or the mystery box. I'm gonna go to the mystery box, and we got a map offering anyway. Whatever. So we'll get that and that, and there we go. We're being as budget friendly as we can, and we had 1.15 million to start with. So you see here we're at 810,000. We could go claim some of our items, some of our tome challenges if we want. Again, we're going to buy 4 items before we get the perk. So we'll get resilience. I'll grab this because it gives us bonus blood points. And out of these two, they cost the same. I'll grab salt pouch. Not a big fan of this, but we might as well get it anyway. So buy 4 items. And then the perk. And there we go. We're being as thrifty as we can with our blood points. So again, one more time, let's go to our challenges. So look at that. Boom. 50,000 takes us back to 800,000. And we can start claiming some of these that we've been saving. Look at that. I'm unlocking more tiers of the... Look at that. We're at almost 100,000 based off of those ones that we've banked. So I'll go back to Felix and we'll start to grab more perks again. So there's only one perk. We have to get this 6K. That's fine. And here it's just kind of buy as many of the brown items as you can. Leader, I like leader out of this, so we're going to buy this. The jigsaw piece. I like these flowers because they give us bonus blood points. So I'm going to buy this one and this one. I'm going to buy leader, and then the entity will grab premonition. We only have 2 brown items left, so I'm going to buy this one and see where the entity shows up. Okay. The entity will probably take the mystery box, and that's fine. But as long as we get this crisp leaf for more blood points, and then here it's just a matter of whatever you want. I'll go with red twine. Friendly reminder: when you see a web like this, you can only get one of these perks. So. Desperate Measures, I'm actually really excited about this perk. I'm going to grab this one first. If it was anything else and it was level 3, I would likely grab it just to get that perk out of our blood web, just to move that on. So we'll grab 2 of these. And then we get our choice of 2 items. So I'm going to grab this envelope and this gift, because the gift, there's a slight chance you could get a better, something worth more. So we'll grab Desperate Measures, and then Premonition will get claimed by the entity. And that's fine. There we go. I did not want to have to buy the purple and the pink item there. So we grab that. There we go. We've saved as much as we can on blood points. There's Autodidact. Not a good perk. Do not at me, Dino. So we've reached level 30 for Felix, and now his teachable perks will start to show up. So at level 30, his first teachable perk will show up. At level 35, his second teachable will show up. And at level 40, his third teachable will show up. Now, what it means when you unlock these teachable perks is that in your other survivors, you'll be able to get those perks. So once I unlock Visionary, we'll be able to get that perk in my other survivors' blood web. Meg, for example, this could show up in her blood web after I unlock this. Here we go. We've reached level 35, and one more time. Felix's second teachable should show up. Desperate Measures. I'm really excited for Desperate Measures. Urban Evasion's fine, but we're going to unlock this first. So once again, we buy 4 items, and then the perk, and Urban Evasion goes away. And then we just try to spend the least amount of blood points on the items that are left. So now his first 2 perks will start to show up in the blood web of other survivors. You notice here I've ripped through a lot of blood points. So what I can start to do now is, remember all of these dailies that I didn't claim? I wish I did this one. I can claim this, you know, it's 45,000. There's 30,000. And I can go into my tome challenges and just claim whatever I haven't claimed yet. Oh, look at that. We've unlocked some more items. So we'll go here. You know, there's 35,000 there, 35,000 there. 1 there. Oh, there's 1 more. 45k. Look at that. Bunch of random ones just sitting here. Okay, so that's all of them. And I'm back up to 674,000 blood points. That's really good. All of those unclaimed challenges. So that's why people sit on those. Well, let's spend the rest of our blood points, shall we? Once you start advancing through level 40, we're at 44 right now. I think it was 42 or 43. I started seeing like 3 perks. So we've got Windows of Opportunity, Adrenaline, and Decisive Strike. Decisive Strike is one of the meta perks, so I'm going to get that first. And then I'm going to hope that I can get Adrenaline right after that. There we go. So I bought 4 items, and then I bought Decisive Strike, the Entity 8, Windows of Opportunity. So I left 1 purchase before I grab Adrenaline. So I grabbed 2 out of the 3 available perks here. As you can see, we're getting down on our blood points, but that's fine. That's why we bank them. Okay, so we have reached level 50 of leveling up Felix, and here we go, blood web cap. Even though the blood web will regenerate indefinitely each time it is completely consumed, your level will not go higher than 50. You can now increase your prestige by consuming the blood web center node. Click to continue. So if I want, I can get Felix to prestige 1, and you know, he gets his shirt will be bloody, stuff like that, but it's all about personal preference. I did not bank 1,000,000 points prior to this update so that I could get Felix to prestige 1. I actually want to use Felix, but here you see we have 4 perks available to us: Autodidact, Off the Record, Head On, and Open-Handed. We're only going to be able to get 2 of these perks. You have to prioritize which one you want first. What I'll be doing is I'll be buying 4 items. 2 of them leading up to Head On, and then 2 of them leading up to Off the Record. My 5th item, I'll buy Head On. And when I buy the 5th item, the entity hopefully will swallow Autodidact or Open-Handed, and then I'll be able to buy Off the Record with my 6th item I purchase off this blood web. So here we go. I'm going to buy the 4 items leading up to Head On and then Off the Record, and then we'll see what the entity swallows after we buy Head On. It's 4 items, buy Head On. Okay, so it took off the record. So I think I'll go for... I don't really care for the remaining 2 perks, but we'll go for Open-Handed. And there we go, it took Autodidact. So you basically want to repeat that Once you reach level 50, just keep buying 4 items, 2 leading up to the perk you want, and then another 2 leading up to another perk you want. And then I hope you get a bit of RNG luck. In this case, we didn't get lucky. You'll be able to buy 2 perks once you reach level 50 for every single blood web. And that's the strategy I like to apply going into each chapter update. If you find this video useful, I do stream on Twitch over at twitch.tv/thecrowshow 4 times per week, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hit me up with any Dead by Daylight questions you have. If you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, anything at all, hit me up. I'm very active on Twitch, very active on Discord. Be sure to join the Discord. And hit me up on Twitter as well. I'm very active on Twitter. You can hit me up there anytime. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe in this video, and hopefully you'll hit the bell so you don't miss my next one. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you in the fog.